Okay, so hi everyone. Good evening, guys. Can you hear me? Please, can you confirm you can hear me? We can actually unmute too if we want to. So, this call is going to be a bit interactive. So, I'd appreciate if we have at least one or two people on mute. Um, so I can confirm that we can all hear me and we're on the same page.
Hi, good evening. We can hear you clearly.
Hi, Jalila. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Muturayo Alagbe, and I will be the event host for today. We already know the topic we'll be speaking on, but to iterate, the topic is basically how to make more sales and grow financially in business. So we're so glad to have you here, and we'll promise not to be taking so much of your time. At 8 p.m., we should be done with the call, with everything. So we also have our speaker with us who will be sharing insights with us. So let's just get our paper and pen and mind ready so we can take one or two things away from this call today. I believe everyone can see my screen already. Please,
Yes.
my screen. Okay,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you so much. Thank you. So let's do a little bit of quick housekeeping. Let's have our cameras off for now, and we can all stay muted when we're not speaking, please, so we can understand and hear ourselves clearly. And if you need to speak, if you need to ask questions, please raise your hands and so we can allow you on mute to ask your questions, or you can as well use the chat very actively. We have the event host there for Lash, they would be actively interacting with you. So feel free to ask questions in the chat box, and we'll be finished at 8 p.m. So that's sorted. You don't have to worry about us keeping you on the call for too long. Yeah. So I'll just take you through the brief agenda of the call. Um, be speaking on the topic how to make more money financially, how to make sales financially, and to stand in business better. So would run you through what you're going to stand and would allow the speaker have the chance to speak with us for some minutes. Then we'll have the question and answer session. So we can ask questions as we want. Any questions you have pertaining to your business, growth, how to make money, how to, manage your sales better, and how to grow financially, basically in your business, you can ask the speaker, ask questions, and we're here to answer you and shed more light to that for you. Okay, so I believe we all know what Event Hub stands for and why we sure exist. We are the Nigerian's first event vendor marketplace where you connect with potential buyers and potential clients, and you can find trusted clients in Event Hub, and we have verified vendors as well. Your payment is secured and trusted, very protected with us. You don't have to worry about not getting your payment because we provide trusted vendors, verified clients where you can, transact with peace of mind knowing that we've got you at Event Hub here. and we can also track your event. We have real-time event tracking and in-app messaging on app, and we'll be providing updates on it as the progress is so that we can know where we all stand on the app production. Yeah. So we'll be teaching you today business structure, sales and marketing. I believe you must have been getting one or two things on the vendors WhatsApp community platform. Their mentorship, we have opportunities where we put out, and business owners like you can gain one or two things, go for events, and learn different things and just scale your business. We teach you how to make profit, we share insights with you, we share ideas on how to go about your business. Basically, we want to see you excel, and yeah, there's no better way to doing that than to hold your hands and ensure that everything is in place with you. We also tend to like give you visibility as well, and networking and collaboration with other vendors like you. If you are in the fashion industry or whatever industry you have, food industry, whatever industry, just name it. We have vendors, we have clients available to merge with, so you could work together and gain more visibility and attract clients. So um, so the topic for today is basically how to make more sales and grow financially in business. I don't know how else to, say that again, because um that's one of the important topic in the heart of every business owner. I believe the end result of you trying to show up for your business every day is just so you can make money, basically, so you can make money, make profits, and to sustain yourself and live through the means that you want to. So we'll be speaking on how to make more sales and grow financially, because at the end of the day, it's not just about your product or the services that you have. It's basically about how you understand your positioning and how to get your target audience, how to reach them, and how to turn, the opportunities that you find your way into consistent income generation for you and for your business. So in today's session, we would focus on helping you understand how to sell smarter. We'll share practical insights with you on how to improve your sales approach. We would also be strengthening your business strategy and build so you can build business that does not just survive. We want you to be able to build businesses that thrive even when you are not available. So your business just keeps thriving that way. So our speaker today will be sharing practical ways to increase our sales with us, how to show up to clients and how to make better financial decision. I trust her to do justice to the topic that I'll be speaking on today. And yeah, she's somebody that is really versatile in that space, and I trust her to share insights with us on that. So I'm really excited for what we have lined up for you today. And I believe that this session is just going to impact your business as much as you want. So let me introduce our speaker to everyone today. Amidst us today, we have Akomolafe Fathi. She is a marketing and communications director with a very strong focus on driving brand growth and scaling visibility. She also, is a guru in converting attention into measurable revenue. She's going to hold our hands and walk us through this topic. I really trust her on this. She has led marketing strategies across multiple industries. She has helped business owners move from awareness to, consistent sales through data-driven and creative execution. Through her work on her platform, she's, really passionate about helping brands and business owners like you to build systems that support growth and basically your income, you know. Yes, so I would at this juncture like to hand over to our speaker for today, Akomolafe Fathi, so she can unmute and take over. Please, can we all welcome our speaker for today? Can we cheer her up? Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Hi
Yeah.
everybody, good
Welcome.
evening.
Thank you so much. I'm seeing so many hands clapping. Thank you guys so much. Good evening. I hope we're all having an amazing time here. I hope we had an amazing day. Let's start with that. I mean, Nigeria is a lot right now, so I hope we all had an amazing day regardless of that. First off, I want to say, um, yes, do you have a question, Jalilat? Because you're raising your hands. Okay.
Yes.
So,
No, I'm sorry, I don't have a question.
okay. So first of all, I want to say well done to everybody because the fact that you are here means that you've already taken the first step. And the first step, as we all know, is always the most important one. And you being here means that you're going to take a lot from this session. And of course, I'm really hoping that every tip that is shared during this session is something you find very practical to use. And you just find it really easy to abide to your businesses or your brands, whatever it is you're doing. So I'll first start by saying that thank you so much, Montanayo, for the intro. Initially, when she reached out to me and then she said she wanted to do this, the first thing that came to my mind is, this topic is really interesting because a lot of people often think that capital is money. They believe that, oh, if I have enough capital, I'm going to make money online. I stand to correct you. I stand to shed some light into that. In fact, I stand to debunk that myth that half the time it's always people that don't even have capitals that scale faster. And I would explain why. It's different when you are selling from a point of I have to get this right. It has to work. And then it's different when you are selling from a point of if this does not work, something else would work. That is what differentiates business owners that have tenacity to the ones that are just going with the flow. So I really hope that everybody here is not just here because they want to go with the flow, but because you just want to go from 50 to 100. So for today's session, I'm going to be as practical as possible. I won't bore you with a lot of slides. That's why my slide is very short because it's more self-explanatory, really. And it's something that worked for me. It's something that worked for businesses that I've met, business owners I've met, businesses that I've managed, right? So a little bit about me. Thank you so much, Monterey. And I think I started marketing in 2020 fully. And before marketing, I used to be a baker. Yeah, I used to bake. I did a lot of cakes. I did a lot of pastries. And I at that year, I thought, oh, I was going to be a big time baker online. I thought I was going to thrive online, but it was just like 2 years after I realized that space was not for me. And that's another thing that I'm going to be telling you guys in this session. And when I left baking, I started doing makeup. I became a makeup artist. It was just something out of passion, something I found really interesting to do. And then I decided makeup wasn't for me as well because the long hours of standing, I mean, as at then, makeup wasn't even as lucrative as it is now. So most of us, you spend so much time standing, buying products, all of those things. I just quickly tapped out. And then boom, I did a couple of home tutoring as well. I'm just saying all of this because I've walked this path and I too have been at the forefront of asking myself questions like, what do I want to do? And do I need money to do this thing or do I need a skill? I've been at that crossroad, to be honest. And I think for me, the shift was just in COVID when we had the lockdown and everybody, nobody saw that lockdown coming. Nobody prepared us for it, and it was a mix of boredom. It was a mix of a lot going on at the same time, and I just said, okay, let me shift my focus to something else, and I started blogging. That was when I realized that, oh, I had a flair for writing. I could bring up articles from scratch. I could write gist. I could do stuff, and then a lot of people would find it really interesting to resonate with it. And then I just realized, okay, let me go online and see if I can, start something, have a site. And that was when I saw Blogger by Google. In that moment, I knew for a fact that okay, I needed to have more information on how to do this and that, this and that. I learned how to do HTML, and that was how I built my first website. So over time, I started seeing web traffic. I'm like, oh, okay, this looks like it's working for me. Let's see. And then during the lengthy COVID months as well, I saw business owners like, oh, they think that they want to list their products on my website. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I only know how to write. Where how will I start adding products? But I'm like, okay, it feels like one person said it, two, three, five. There's definitely a need for it. And that leads me to where I'm going to be able to identify the market need. And in that moment, I'm like, okay, fine. Let's see if there's information online. So I went ahead, I googled it, I contacted blogger support, and then they gave me the plugins to use and how to go about it. And that was how I listed the first products. From one, I went to 10, and then I started having. Funnily, I wasn't even making money from the website. I was just happy that people were on the website, they had products, and they could make direct orders on WhatsApp. And then I remember my brother telling me that I'm building low budget junior. At that moment, I didn't mind because I feel like so far people are using it. That's enough for me. All of a sudden, one business owner just said they want to take their business to Instagram and they need someone to help them to manage it. They don't know how it works. And that was how I found myself being a social media marketer. So I just literally transferred the knowledge I had from blogging, from handling businesses, from seeing end-to-end customer support, and I went into social media management. And over time, life returned back to normal post COVID, and I realized, okay, I need more insights into this thing. And as a then I was still in uni, like I studied biology by the way, to be honest, it had nothing to do with marketing. But I just knew at that point that with my biology, there's still a lot of things I need to know. And boom, I found myself in Lagos Business School. And that was just me telling myself that you need to take this seriously. If you want people to give you money, you need to give them something in return. And I took it seriously. I did a couple of online courses as well. I did Allison, I did co-schedule. Some were paid, some were free. But that was just my year of sowing the seed. And it took me what this is 5 years plus in digital marketing, and I have been able to play around different industries. And I tell people usually when they ask me that, how was I able to do this? And the first thing I say is I served. I served before I sold. First you serve, then you sell. You need to serve because at the end of the day, serving puts you in the face of people. It puts you into situations whereby you can take control of. You can actually learn in real time. That's what serving is all about, trading. And then when it came to making money online, I think if I remember, the first client I probably onboarded, well, how much was she paying me? I think 15,000 naira monthly. Really. And as at then, the money was like, so far it was coming in. It was a retainer. I didn't mind. But I knew that, yeah, I've made my first sale on Instagram. If I can do one, I can do five. That's just my own belief. If it takes you one person, if you can convert one client, you can convert five, you can double down, convert 10, increase in numbers. And then boom, I did a couple of other internship at companies. And I think the one company that exposed me to business owners was SME 100 Africa because they had this incubator program. They had different business owners in their industry. So I was at the forefront of community management and marketing. From 1 minute, I was dealing with business owners, trying to see what was wrong with their businesses online, linking them to access to grants, ensuring that they're spending these grants wisely, they're not doing on personal things. It was a lot. But that a lot made me realize that some people would have the money, but they won't know how to spend it. And at the end of the day, they waste it online. Some people have zero, all they have is opportunity and they make the most out of it and they grow. And then there's some people that have the mix of both. They have the money, they have the opportunity. They may fall flat, they may scale. It depends on what they entirely do with it. But doing that, differentiating that mix, moving from B2B, B2C rather now to B2B, I realized that, oh, it was a different ball game entirely. This time around, we're playing with numbers, we were actually at the forefront of making decisions. And that was when I realized that every dime you spend online should be accounted for. So that brings me to, I'll share my screen and then I will walk us through what we're going to get in this session, how it is tied to each other. And please ask questions. This is a gold mine opportunity that you shouldn't miss. I promise I'm going to answer every question that is directed to me. I'm going to answer it. So don't be shy. You're here for a reason. And yes, you could literally be doing something else right now, but this is you putting your time in here. So make it worthwhile. Ask questions. Yeah. Just ignore my messy tab. Here it is. So okay. So this is all right. So here, how to make more sales and grow financially in your business. First of all, I want to shift the narrative again. You know, I said at the start of the session that, oh, having capital equals to growing financially in business. To be honest, what you need isn't actually even capital. It's to be smart. It's how smart you are. That's how much you're going to make money online. And then, you know, they say hard work pays, but smart work pays faster. So my approach today's session is going to be how to make more sales smartly and growing financially in business online, offline, wherever line you may find yourself as well. So before I start, I want to say something to every business person here. And it's like a golden rule. And I believe you should hold it dear. And I would explain why. First off, you don't need more products. Yes, I'm going to be the one to tell you whether you're already selling one or two things and you think that, okay, if I add this thing to it, maybe I'll make sales. No, what you need to know is how to craft messages to people, how to influence people's decisions. That's what you need. The minute you know how to influence people to make a decision and then you are able to grab the right tools to help you, you're good. So even if you're selling one thing and you have the power to influence people, you would make more sales over someone that has multiple line of businesses and they are just confused. So what we're going to learn today is how to build a steady client base. And then the minutes where rainy season, that's what I call it, troubleshooting low sales, rainy period, and then growing your income, how we go from 4 figures to 10 figures. Please, if you're pushing 10 figures and then you get the app, don't say I'm the one that, please, so that they will not come after me. But technically, how to grow your income and then how to put yourself out there for profits. That's what we're going to learn in very brief, straightforward slides, really. So the first one here is building a client base. And that's why I'm starting with you need to really learn how to influence people. So I'm going to start from a point of someone who is selling a weight loss pill. So you're a business owner, and then your target market is people who are on the obese side, people who are struggling to lose weight, and then you want to just sell your product. So instead of you focusing on what that product can actually do, you're so big on telling them that, oh, buy this product. If you buy it in 4 months' time, you're going to notice that you lose 10 kg. You're selling transformation so much that you forget to understand why anybody should actually buy that product. So that's the first thing. That's the first question, the why. Before you start, even when you started, when you want to launch a new campaign, when you want to launch a new brand or something, you need to understand the why. Why should anybody buy that product? Why should anybody pay attention? What is really need for them? So as opposed to a weight loss product owner telling people that, okay, in 4 months time you're going to lose 10 kg. First of all, understand why they want to lose weight. Do like a throwback. This was you maybe 2 years ago, you were on the low side, and then paint a story. It is always essential to start every sale with a story, because if you don't start from the pain point and you just jump to transformation, you're already leaving money on the table. So if you come from them and then you're like, oh, clothes that your favorite clothes don't fit anymore, that's a very strong pain point. You can no longer go to events because you're tired of telling people that you're okay. You're tired of telling people that it's just stress. You're tired of explaining why you've added so much weight. Yes, they would pay attention because this is something that resonates. So don't just go ahead and say that, oh, you lose weight in 10 months or 4 months. Start from why they need to lose weight. So please jot that down. Always start with the why. If you're selling fashion items, maybe you're fabric seller or you're selling outfits, start from the why. If you're niche is very centered around a particular style, and you need to look, oh, maybe you are a plus size, and then on the market you constantly have to look for something that fits you. You constantly have to buy boo-boos just because nobody is doing anything that suits your style. That's a perfect why. If you're an event planner and then you're struggling with converting clients, start from the very first problem that everybody has: budget. Then somebody has a budget and they don't know if it's a realistic budget. You've spent your entire life planning for your big day, imagining how your big day is going to look like, and all of a sudden you're seeing a lot of scary. Some people say it takes 40 million naira to throw a party, it takes 10 million naira to throw a party. Start from that pain point. If it takes 10 million naira and you have 5 million naira, that's a problem. And that's already fear in your client. So if you let them know that, oh, over here, you really work with their budget, you understand what they are trying to achieve, and you give it to them without breaking the bank, they would pay attention to you. So that's how you build client base. You have to start from the why. Understand the pain points, lead with authority before you now go ahead and sell transformation. Don't ever start with selling transformation first. Nobody will pay attention to you. That's why you see here that 68% of customers leave due to perceived indifference. Here, it's just like saying that, oh, you have a product. The product has potential to scale in the market, and all of a sudden you think everybody is your customer. That's another mistake that a lot of people do. Not everybody would buy from you. In fact, half the time when you draft your ideal customer out, they always turn out to not be your customer when you start to run campaigns. So you need to first look at it. This product of yours, take a pen and paper and then draft out first three set of people that need it. That's how you draft a target market. The first three set of primary ideal clients. So once you do that, now look at these three people, attach one person to them each, make six. So let's assume that, oh, maybe you're like a vendor or an event planner, and then you look at it. First, target market A, people who want to get married. Target market B, people who want to do birthday events. Target market C, people who want to do event, maybe like concerts. You already have three ideal clientele. Now look at target market A, brides. Attach one target market to it as well. One for the bride. Now you can attach family. So bride family or groom family, attach something to it that still streamlines it for you. The second one now has to do with those who want to do concerts. Attach one single one to it. Is it music concert? Is it religious concerts? Is it trade fair events? Attach something to it. Now, the third one, those who have events. Is it a birthday? Is it a burial? Is it an anniversary? Attach just one. So the minute you have three like that, and you've been able to break it down into six, it's easy to capture everybody. So then you know that you have to spend your money wisely, number one. Number two, you're not stretching your resources too thin. Because if you're a vape and you're like, oh, everybody is my target audience, I want to go for everybody. You can't go for everybody. And at the end of the day, you start meeting the wrong people. That's when you won't be able to say no. Imagine a business event planner that have not been able to segment like that, and then somebody comes to you and they're like, oh, they want to plan something that is already outside these six things I've drafted out, or maybe they want to plan a housewarming party, and you know that housewarming party is not part of your target market, and you're like, okay, let me take it. What you've done is you sold yourself short. And the minute you now post it on your page or you try to do campaign for it that you planned an housewarming party, the only people you will capture, the people that would ask you questions, are those that have housewarming events. You won't capture top level priority people because you've already sold yourself short. So you need to really learn how to build client base and say no to those that you know that, "Oh, no, this is not my primary target market." So the second one is you have to create a follow-up system. So this follow-up system now is even very important. Gone are the days whereby you have WhatsApp number of people, you're sending broadcast message, or you have a new something coming up, you're sending broadcast message. It used to work, but not anymore. Because think about it. Supposing you have a client base of 50 active people that are buying from you, and then you did a campaign, you were able to add 10 more people to it, that's 60. Now, from that your new clients base, you have 10 new people in the pipeline. These guys, they've not gotten anything from you yet. They just, saw your ad and then they were interested and you pull them into the system. From the existing 50 you have, let's assume that you only have 20 of out of them that are consistently buying from you. That means you have 30 that probably just bought once and they moved on with their life. And then all of a sudden you are sending a broadcast message to all 60. You know that you are leaving money on the table that way. And you will just end up getting your messages into archive. But if you are able to look at it, these 60 people that I have, who is my consistent buyer? Create a sequence and then look at it. Who just entered the pipeline? Who is new here? Who is old here? Who are my favorites? Who do I need to do follow up on? So this way, you know that the conversation, the messaging style, the consistency is different. Me now, let's assume I fall into the list of those that are just coming in, and I'm part of those 10 people. And you're coming at me, you're telling me that, oh, you have something really nice for me. I'm just going to be like, that's not why I'm here. I saw something on your page that led me here. Where is it? Let me buy and go. But if you tell me that, oh, you have a loyalty program for me, free delivery comes with my first order, or if I, if I have another, if you have another design coming up, they get 5% off. You tie them down because anybody that comes to you through any marketing effort, whether it is paid marketing, referral marketing, or whatever, whether you spend money or not, you tie them down. You're not going anywhere. So you have to find ways to, create a follow-up so that you don't just have people that will just be going and coming, sales going in, sales coming, and you can't actually even build an active community. So those first 10 people, tie them down with something that keeps them coming back. The ones that are 30, that they are old takers, they're no longer paying attention to you, go back to them. Tell them you have a new design in store, and not even that, you have something, or maybe if they buy two, they get one free, or maybe you're giving them free delivery or something to bring them back. Your existing people in the pipeline, those remaining 20 that are constantly buying from you, give them priority access, exclusive access. The minute you have a new product, let them be the first to know. Give them freebies. You make them feel special so they know that, oh, I'm not just buying from this brand. They actually rate me enough to, hold me there as an old time customer. So that's how you build sequences, and then you know how to do like a follow up. So if you're one of those people that you just have WhatsApp vendors and you're constantly sending them broadcasts, please hear it from me tonight and let's do better on that. Divide your client base and put it into sequence. At the end of the day, you are the owner of the business. You know where everybody falls. So the next one is, yes, I already talked about it. You need to build something that has repeat buyers so that they can constantly come. And I think for me, over the years, I tell people for free. You see, those 20 out of 60, you only have 20 people. Those 20 are actually the ones that will build wealth for you. The other 40, they will just make sure that money is going in, money is going out. But you see, those 20, they are the ones that put you in the faces of people. They are the ones that are saying good things about your brand. They are the ones that are doing proper offline marketing for you. So that's why you have to make them feel really exclusive. Yeah, moving on to the next slide now. This one now has to do with rainy days, troubleshooting low sales. So of course, this one is a personal problem. Almost everybody here has faced it one way or the other, and usually when it gets to this point of low sales, it's just like your motivation just flies out of the window with it. And it's always really hard to bounce out of low sales period because you think that, oh, what am I doing that is wrong? Is it something that has to do with um is it something that has to do with the economy? Is it me? Is it the products? So yeah, before I go on with this particular one, I need to understand that everybody's with me and you actually understand the first point that I touched point. It's very important.
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So quick, easy ways now to fix low sales. First of all, check the state of the country. I'm laughing because this one is very personal. I tell business owners that I know when they come to me and they're like, oh, Fatih, I've not recorded sales. I'm like, first of all, check the state of the country. Is it the season? Is it peak season? Is it off season? Let's know the season, because the season is what is going to help you to come up with a campaign or a perfect plan that is going to help you make sales. So first of all, check the season. If you've checked the season, you say, oh, this is probably a good season, then look at it. Is it because people are not seeing you? That's why I say, okay, people, if they don't know that you exist, then there's problem. Do an audit of your socials in the last 2 weeks, 14 days. How many reach have you seen? How many people visited your profile? How are your content performing? Look at your WhatsApp as well. How many DMs have you gotten in the last 2 weeks? Who is saying, who is asking what? Very important. So once you do an audit, you know if it is a um consistency issue, or it's a shadow ban issue, or it's a content issue. So another thing, the third thing you need to fix is your offer. The minute you fix the first two things and you look at it again, are you being overpriced, or is what you're selling still within market value? Number one. Number two, are you adding CTAs? Again, if business owners are still here and you are still doing send a DM to ask for price, I'm not saying there's no problem with send a DM to ask for price, but you have to switch things up a bit. And then you no longer say, oh, send a DM to ask for price. Rather, use words like send a DM to get the perfect fit. If you're selling outfits, send a DM to know if your size is available. If you're selling jewelry, send a DM to know if the perfect color you have is available. If you're an event planner, send a DM to know how to book a free consultation. So remove anything that has to do with money and replace it with value. That's how you really, really hack it. And then the last one you want to do again, like I said, lead with transformation, not price. If you're too salesy, and I had a conversation with someone last week, and then he was saying that he thinks that his product is too expensive. I'm like, bro, how do you mean? Mercedes is very expensive, but they're still selling. These premium brands, they are pretty expensive, but they have their added target market. The problem is not your price. There are people out there that would afford you. But if your value and the testimonial comes first, you indirectly told them that, okay, this thing, if you are not joining, then you are priced out of the conversation. So always lead with transformation first. If you get this thing, this is what it's giving you in return. This is the fix it gives to you. This is how it makes you feel different. In fact, they are the ones that would go ahead and ask you that, okay, what's your payment plan if they cannot pay outrightly? Let them be the one to decide on the price, not you. So the next thing here is, this one is very, very, is everybody here will probably be guilty of it. Ghosting your customers. A lot of people believe that, oh, the minute they have a customer, they've gotten their products, delivery has gotten to, or maybe the service has been rendered, that it doesn't end there. No, it doesn't end there. That's why I said you need to work on your sequence as well. So if the challenge is no repeat customers, look at it. The ones that I've bought from you in the last 2 weeks, how did you say thank you to them? How did you keep them in the system? Did they tell you that, oh, order has been done and or item has been received? You just said, oh, thank you for your patronage, and that's it. So as well as, and I think another thing I want to state here is, in as much as you're trying to be in your customer's face, please don't spam people. Don't consistently ask them to give you reviews. Don't ask them to give you, oh, a summary or rather than that, tell them, oh, you're getting 10% off if you drop a review. They will jump at it. Or tell them a new product is coming, or if you're a service provider, at so months, we're going to be running a discount on some of our products. If you log in now, before then, you'll have priority access, and that's it. So I really hope that makes sense and how to troubleshoot those sales and then solutions for it. Now, on to the next one. This is where the money conversation starts. I'll start with the last one. Cash flow is reality. Revenue is vanity. I'm going to be the forefront to tell you that, because there are months where a lot is happening. A lot is happening in a month. You feel like you're on top of the world. And then there are months that nothing is happening and you're wondering if God has forgotten you. And that's where you separate the men from the boys. That's where you see business owners who are tenacious to business owners who are just, going with the flow. So there are strategies to go about this thing when you're trying to grow your business income. Again, for this slide, I'm not talking about sales. This slide has nothing to do with sales. We're talking about stacking. We've left sales conversation, selling. This one is about multiplying your money, stacking really. So the first one now is stack your revenue streams. Don't rely on one product. You know, I said it when I started that okay, you don't need more products. And the opportunity that a lot of people don't know is that even if you choose one product, there are different ways you can make money. I'll look at an event planner. An event planner has no business, selling or actively trying to convert clients in dry seasons. Dry seasons like February. February isn't even a dry season. Dry season probably starts from like April, where a lot of things are not happening. March, April, May. These are like off-peak seasons. You know for a fact that if you're actively doing discounts, you won't sell. If you're actively trying to give reward or loyalty, you won't sell. Focus on another thing in your business. Do trainings. Look at it. Okay, a lot of people want to start event planning, but they don't know how to go about it. They don't know what they need to do. That is the perfect time to catch those guys, right? And then in exchange for that, give them your expertise, give them your knowledge, and then build money from there. If you're a fashion provider and then you're probably in off seasons or something, become a personal wardrobe consultant. A lot of people struggle with, combining colors. A lot of people struggle with knowing what to wear. It sounds funny, but I've been at the forefront of this conversation. A lot of people are like, oh, they have an event, they don't know the right colors to combine, they don't know which color goes to which, or maybe they have an event coming up, they don't know the perfect color combination for their guests. This is the perfect time to use your expertise. So in stacking your revenue, you can use your product and you can use your
Follow the easy steps.
someone else.
For 10 digits.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on. Second one is to raise your price strategically. So quarterly auditing of your pricing. We have 4 quarters of the year. So for those who don't know, a year is divided into 4 quarters. Three months technically. Q1, 3 months. Q2, 3 months till Q4. That's it. And then you look at it. See, if you're a business owner, you need to have your year calendar. I think I should have even said that before starting. Have a calendar. Look at it, January to December. Look at your industry. When is it peak? When are things booming in your industry? On what month? Look at it again. On what month are things very slow in the industry? You know that this month it has nothing to do with your business, is the country. Look at it. And, excuse me. And then the third one you want to look at is on what month are things in between. If you have your calendar, it's easy for you to strategically adjust your pricing such that if you're probably priced at maybe 200,000 by March, you know that once it's June, you are priced at 400K. You know that once it's December, you are priced at 800K. Anybody that cannot afford it, that's not your business. So audit your pricing quarterly. Don't stick to one pricing because the country will not wait for you. Mm. So the third one is sell every single day. I've seen this one a lot, especially with businesses I've managed. Some of them tell you, oh, they just show up 3 times. No, it's your business. Okay. And at the end of the day, this is what is putting money on the table. You take it seriously, show up. Even on days whereby it is hard, show up. That's why it is always juicy to create content ahead. On random days where you think, oh, you have enough time on your hands, open content calendar, create 1 week content ahead of, have it stacked somewhere. It will come in handy on days you are tired and you need to do something. So show up. Stories, posts, DMs, keep yourself relevant, keep yourself visible. Because for me, one thing I've learned is you can meet a customer that is ready to pay like ASAP and something distracts them and they just go. The minute you let that customer leave the tips of your finger, they are gone. So if you constantly show up again, like, oh, I wanted to buy this thing, I forgot. Yeah, let me have it. So you need to show up. Or randomly they see your story and they're like, oh, I remember I wanted to get this. So you need to actually show up. And then the fourth one is converting warm leads first. Prioritize people who have already followed, engaged, but that's why I said it is pretty important to do sequence. Build your client-based sequence, your family members, your priority people, the new ones that are just coming in, the old ones that have not taken an action. When you are able to, treat it like that, you know for a fact that these are how to sell to these people. This is who I'm supposed to prioritize. I mean, you prioritize everybody, of course, but some people are ahead of others. So this way, you know for a fact that anybody that is cold, you can quickly turn them to warm, and you're not leaving any money on the table. So I'm trying to work with time now. This is the last slide. Position your business for profit. You don't need more followers. You need better position. You can run ads, budget 550K for ads, and at the end of the day, you may get 5 followers. But I tell you for free, it's the people that didn't follow you that are going to give you money. You hear it from me. If you're so big on growing followers online, followers are just those that don't want to miss your content. They are the ones that maybe they just want to see you keep popping up in on their timeline. But you see those that are not following, they are the ones that will give you money, real time money. So build a brand authority that be known for one specific thing. That's like if anybody says, "Oh, what does Fati do?" The first thing that people would say I do is that, "Oh, I help businesses elevate." Aha, I like that. Before I now introduce that myself, or I'm into marketing, I'm into content, whatever. Let them tie you to one thing, one value. Keep putting that value in the faces of people and be consistent about it. Also, if you have an opportunity to put yourself out there, this one is very common. Even if somebody says, "Oh, let's collaborate on something," and you know that they are probably not paying you, take it. Every free visibility you get is going to reward your business on the long run. Take it. It's building authority for you and it's building traction. Be unafraid to grab opportunity by the throat because nobody will actually give it to you. You have to grab it. And then your offer must solve a clear problem. And that I'm even glad that was how I started. Ensure that your value is clean and clear. So everybody else that is left figuring out can know that if they see this thing, they know what it does. Even before they ask questions, they already know what it does. It's just like see the type C charger. You already know that it's for a particular type of charging, or you can charge a phone, you can charge an AirPod, but you know it's for one purpose. That's how your business should be. And then premium positioning again. If you know that your service or your brand is pricey, don't mix anyhowness. That was why I was saying it, that when you want to build your client base, choose first primary target market, 3 people. Once you've chosen those 3 set of people, attach one to each person. That's making 6. That's what keeps you relevant and a premium limelight. Because if you put yourself out there too much, by the time people that can actually pay you 6 figures at once come, they won't take you seriously. Because the wealthy people, they don't like to mix with anyone else. So please, premium is perception. Grab it, design it like you own it, and invest in visuals as well. Thank God now in the life of AI, the beauty about AI is that if you're able to afford to put it on a premium monthly fee, it can do it for you. Life is juicy. This is our generation. We are balling. A lot of things that takes thousands to do is things that you can do for free or little to nothing right now. Invest in it because this is your business. It's almost like saying somebody said they want to make 1 million naira in a month, and then you ask them, how much are you willing to put to make 1 million naira or 100K? You're not serious yet. So you have to invest in that premiumness. And yes, lastly, charge what your transformation is worth. Please, this one, write somewhere. At no point should you sell yourself short, maybe because it's raining season for you or because you need money. If you must do that, then come from a point of saying, "Oh, this thing is discounted." It gives people knowing that this is not the usual price, it's just for a time being, it's time bound. Because if you the minute you deviate, something you probably sell for like 50K and you also, "Oh, this thing is sold at 20K." By the time you bring something else that is 50K, nobody will buy. They will even go as far as telling you that if you do you have another one for 20K. So charge what you know that your transformation is worth. If you need to alter your price, ensure that you put it there 50% off, 30% or whatever percent off, but it must be there clearly written. So that brings me to the end, right? This is where I take questions. This is where I take, like I said, please do not be shy. Ask questions. You're here for a reason and make the most out of it.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Akomolafe Fathi. Thank you so much. We really appreciate this session. This was such an insightful session, like an eye opener. I personally gained a lot from this session, and I'm certain that we have other business owners here that must have gained 1 or 2 things, right? Please, can we confirm that? Do you have questions as well? Do you want to ask any question? You can just raise your hands and um we would, you know, tell you, we would give numbers so you can just unmute to ask your questions. I know Janet has a question. So do we have any other person? Because we have 5 minutes to the end of the call. So okay, we have Mary and another person. All right, great. Let's take Janet's question. You can unmute.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you so much. I
You're
really
welcome.
enjoyed your teaching. Thanks so much. My question is like if you want to start a training, like you talk about training people, like even if business is not coming, you can train others as well. I want to
Yeah.
ask, is it that I like do you have to like you have been in the business for so long before you train people? Or like, is it that you have planned like 5 to 10 events before you can start training others as well?
Okay. Is that a question? So
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something for free. Even if you've planned just one event in your life, it's an experience. You don't have to have lengthy years. It's like me now that I have never planned an event in my life, and you've probably just planned one. You've seen different experiences that you would want to advise me not to do. Maybe logistics, maybe design, maybe vendors. There, you already have past questions that you can hand over. So yes, even if it is 1 month experience you have an experience over someone that has zero. So how you just differentiate is knowing that if the experience that I have is little, know that your training has to be something like a starter pack. So you don't sell an exclusive training for something you know you have little experience on. So if you have just basic experience, target people that need insight into it, people that need like maybe they want to go into event ushering, maybe they want to go into logistics for event. Target those set of people, because that's how you streamline who you want to sell to and then how to sell to them. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you so much. Mary Olatunji, you can unmute to ask your question now.
Good evening, ma. Thank you so much for the
Hi, good
class.
evening.
Yes. Please, I would like you to explain a bit again on the part of building clientele base and dividing your clientele. Please, I'm really interested in it. The point where you said I didn't really get that point of having three and then turning them
Dividing
to
it again. Okay.
yes. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Perfect. So I'll do that very briefly because I know that time is running by. But I'm pretty sure they recorded, so they should make it available. But what I mean now is your primary, or better say, what do you sell? Let's use you.
Oh, okay. I'm a baker, please. I'm a
Okay,
baker.
perfect. So
Yes.
now that you're into baking, look at your business and choose first three primary target markets. Primary target one is maybe for weddings. You want to bake for weddings. That's your primary A. Primary
Okay.
B now is for birthdays, right? Primary
Yes.
C now is for anniversaries. Now that's first three. Now segmenting one to each. Look at primary A, wedding. You have to now decide what type of wedding do you want to do? Is it traditional wedding? Is it white wedding? Because I know that the cake they're different, right? And then look at it again. Do you want to focus on the couple itself or you want to focus on their family? So once you're able to do that, like that, you start building the who from that. So that's 2 to 8. Now the second one now is birthdays. Look at it. Do you want to focus on adult birthdays or you want to focus on children birthdays or you want to do a mix of both? So if you're able to attach two, you've gotten four. Now the last one is anniversaries. Look at it. What kind of anniversary? Do you want to focus on B2B, company anniversaries, end of the year events, chairman birthdays, or you just want to focus on seasons, Valentine, girlfriend's day, all of those things? Look at it. So if you're able to define, you already have six. So I hope that makes sense.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Do we have any other question? Do we have any question from anybody? Um, okay, I would assume we don't have questions again. So we have come to the end of the session. I want to firstly appreciate our speaker, Mrs. Akomolafe Fathi. We really appreciate your session. It was really interactive and an eye opener. I'm sure that everyone has gained one or two things, and um, it would help us scale our businesses and channel the right customers and also do right planning, proper planning, as well as so we could get to reach our target audience better. And to every vendor that has joined the call today, we really appreciate your time and active participation in the session. It made it really valuable to every one of us. We also appreciate your commitment to grow and to scale your businesses. And we are glad to be a part of your story. So that being said, we have come to the end of the call today. I hope that soon enough, soon again, we would have another session or anything at all where we can, help you scale your business. And do you have any feedback or anything you want to share as well before we end the call? So if you have any feedback, anything you want to say, you can just raise your hand so I can like. Okay, so what also okay, Aziz, Priscilla, you can proceed.
So good evening. I just
Good
want to
evening.
thank you for this should I say exposure? Yeah. Just want to say thank you for organizing this for us. It's free. Thank you so much for doing this for all of us and for thank you to our facilitator too for sharing out of the abundance of that which you have. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That
You.
means a lot to us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we'll be sending an email as well to get feedback from everyone. So you can as well share your feedback via the mail when you receive one. Thank you so much for joining the call. Do have a nice day ahead. I wish you the best today. Have a nice night. Bye guys. Bye everyone.
Thank you.